Hey guys. So Murph is a hell of a workout, so we're going to do a hell of a stretch. So we're going to do pretty much everything. First things first, we're going to sit on our quads in hero pose for a minute. So just like I'm sitting now, got my heels underneath my butt, open your knees up a little bit, get your torso upright, try not to lean forward at any point, and let's just sit here, feeling the stretch through our quads. Make sure that as you're celebrating Memorial Day, you're still stretching throughout the day and also hydrating with water, just water, even if it is Keystone Light. I know it's damn near close to water, but it's not just water. I don't mean Gatorade, I don't mean, Scratch or none, whatever, I mean water. Drink as much beer as you want, but do that thing that your mom told you to do where you drink a beer, drink a glass of water. Not for the hangover, but because of how badly you're going to feel if you dehydrate after Murph. All right, after that, let's do wrist stretch. So most common places to be sore after Murph is definitely the forearms and definitely the lats. Also this little part of your elbow if you're a butterfly pull-up person. So we're rocking back and forth just ever so slightly on these first few. And I'm going to walk my hands around, and now I'm pointing my fingers at my knees, and I'm going to lean back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Let's do that 2 more times. You gotta lean back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. Feeling good already. Okay, let's do the one you expected, the pec stretch. So we're gonna do the iron cross, whatever, I don't know. So right arm is straight out, left palm is on the ground. I roll to open. Flex your tricep to make it more intense. Don't flex your tricep to make it less intense. See how that works? Fascinating. We're just holding all these for a minute because I'm going to hit quite a few poses. So this is going to be probably at least 15 minutes. Might be longer, I don't know. Just like the rest of my life, I didn't really think this through. You didn't think through the rest of your life? You didn't plan on being a CrossFit coach? No? Okay, let's switch sides. Left arm straight out, even with my shoulder. I'm gonna push on my right palm to the ground. Right foot is behind me, left leg is long, and flex that tricep. This is that elbow that won't lock out for me. So I'm gonna make this thing hurt. As you can probably guess, I'm recording this before Murph. Although I did do Murph last Sunday, I haven't done the version of Murph I plan on doing yet. Probably isn't a bad mobility thing to do like an hour or 2 before Murph anyway. You don't want to do it right before Murph because we're doing a lot of static stretching. You don't want to remove all of the elasticity from the muscles before working out. Relax. Okay. Going back to our knees. We're going to fall back into child's pose. Let's just stay here, reach your arms nice and long, sit into your heels, hold this for a minute. I need to be able to set the timer. let's do wrist stretch one more time. We're just gonna hold this. I'm not even gonna lean back. So I'm gonna do a wrist stretch again later. Trying to get the most out of the wrist stretching. Okay, now let's thread the needle. I believe that's what they call it. Who the hell cares? I'm gonna go down to my elbow. I'm gonna thread my right arm under, stick my butt up in the air. Let's make sure I don't show you guys plumber crack. I don't think I ever actually do that in my life because I have a normal sized body, but keeping our hips and our shoulders square with our body, thread the right arm under, and now we're applying pressure so that this is where the stretch is feeling it through the shoulder, back of the shoulder. Okay, so we're actually gonna sit in the child's pose, but we're gonna walk our hands to our left side. So now I'm feeling my right lat because I'm walked over to my left side. Notice my knees and my hips have stayed where they were. I'm just reaching with my torso, so my hips shouldn't be shifting. Feeling it right through here, which is great for today because after Murph, you're definitely going to need to stretch this. Sitting into my heels and reaching with that right arm long. Those two things combined is what creates this great lat stretch. If you don't feel your lat, then maybe you need to grab onto something. Like with your hand, grab the corner, now I'm pulling, that kind of thing. All right, relax. Let's go up onto our hands and knees again. We're gonna go through with the left arm, drop to my elbow, and I'm gonna put my butt up in the air. Again, looks like I'm not showing any cracks, so that's good. And forehead to the ground. Move out of it. We're gonna go to child's pose, but this time walk our hands to the right. So I'm again staying seated in my heels and reaching with my left arm long. So now I feel the lat through here. This is something that this is a great position you should do for Monday after Murph, Tuesday, the day after Murph, and Wednesday is probably where a lot of people feel the most sore. So make sure to do this on Tuesday and Wednesday as well. It's just 2 minutes spent in a child's pose with a reach. Shouldn't be too much. Give it a try. Okay, and relax. Okay, let's go knees just outside the hips, or just outside the hips and the shoulders. Go to your elbows, toes are pointed away from you, and And we're doing frog pose. I love me some frog pose. That's a great one after 300 air squats. And probably after the running too, especially if you're wearing a vest. You just stretch out your groin and your hips. If you are doing this before Murph, make sure to watch Lone Survivor tonight so that you're motivated for Murph. Excellent. Okay. As part of our wrist stretch, we're going to do a downward dog. So we're going to go up on the toes, push back into the calves, stretch out your calves and your hamstrings, and push your chest through so you're feeling the wrist as well. Wrist, forearm, whatever. Go to upward facing dog, or cobra if you will. So we're gonna go hands to the ground, push your chest open, really open the chest, reach with your neck, lock out your elbows, and now we're getting the forearms and the abs, hopefully the hip flexors too, because again, air squats and running might have got the hip flexors. You're rolling back and forth like me. Maybe you need to do the Sphinx. You do the same position. Feels a little bit more abs actually, a little less hip flexor that way. Okay. Now, my last position, because I like this one after doing all of these positions. So we got our lats, we got our legs, we got our pecs. We're gonna do the swimsuit edition, Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Palms, fingers facing back away from you, but also close together. So I'm opening up my chest. Okay, so think like tabletop pose. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you with the neck long, and then fall back and keep squeezing your shoulder blades. Don't relax the shoulder blades because we're really trying to open up our chest, stretch out the lats, and then this way we're also stretching out the inside of our elbows and our legs. So sitting on my heels, stretching my legs. Keeping my chest open with my pecs, and also because to do that I have to lock out my elbows, gets my inside of my elbows. Open up my chin, really get the most out of it. Okay, finished. I'm actually going to go prone. I think I might be doing this more often than the other one at this point. Legs are open, toes are pointed away, hands are together with back of palms facing up, so I'm going to put my forehead to the back of my palms. I'm going to breathe in through my nose, exhale through my mouth. As I do this, you should notice that my belly is the only part that moves. Shouldn't be moving the chest, and this will be nice and relaxing. Breathe in with at least a 3 to 5 count, hold for 2, and then breathe out with the same 3 to 5 count. Breathe in. guys. Remember, do this as many times as you need to. Maybe do it 3 days in a row if you need to for Murph. Hope I see everybody on Memorial Day.